Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. Blah, blah, blah. You know all that. Well, it's time for another video. Now, before we get started, I know last night at 8 o'clock we were kind of late getting the video up. Had some problems at the house. So it was like 2 hours later at 10 o'clock instead of 8. And some of you may have missed it. So I just wanted to put it out there if you forgot or didn't see it. Yep, the Junkman played Phantom Menace Bingo. This is where I watched a video over at the Geeks the Gamer Kids channel, Geeks and Gamers, and just play bingo. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys will like playing bingo, and we'll play some more. Now, another thing I have to get through is I went to the dentist today, had some dental work over here, and it's surprising I can talk as good as I'm talking.
Well, it doesn't even matter. We can't hardly even understand you anyway. You can't talk on a normal day, so why going to the dentist is going to make any difference?
Hey, you think just because a guy reads comic books, he can't start some shit? Sorry about that. It's hard to get good help nowadays. Anyway, let's get on with this video. I haven't done a video of forgotten toy lines in a long time, so I thought this would be a kind of fun one and kind of short one, being I can't talk a lot in this video. So let's look at a toy line called Sheriff Solar. Now, these were released in 1996 by a toy company called Diamond Toy Makers. But they didn't make a lot of toys, at least not action figure wise, because as far as I could find out, they only made 2 lines. The one we're going to talk about today, Sheriff Solar. And another line of kind of rubbery, fake wrestling figures. What name brand? I mean, you got this wrestler. You didn't get a name brand one. Sorry, honky tonk fans. I know, it's sad. So exactly what was Sheriff Solar? Well, it was a line of these cowboy kind of mixed with high-techery, and they went up against these, I guess, these kind of, I don't know what the aliens, I guess, I don't know. If you ask me, I think this might have been a ripoff of Bravestarr, which was released by Mattel in 1996, so around the same time. So I believe this toy company was trying to pick up some of those sales. I mean, you had a kind of a cowboy theme and a weird alien theme going at once. Let's take a look at the figures released in this line. There's not many of them. There's only 6. 3 good guys, 3 bad guys. But let's take a look at the good guys from Sheriff Solar. First up, we have to look at the sheriff himself. Here he is in his sheriff gear. When I first saw this figure, I said, what is this on his head? Some kind of weird light bulb? What is this? Well, it's just the angle of the photo, because you can see with him on card, is his hat. It's just pushed up like some of the old-time cowboys would do. Usually if you're watching a western and the cowboy has his hat pushed up like that, you know he's going to be the funny one. He's going to be the Gabby Hayes of the cowboy movie you're currently watching. Now, they did have this little metal dot on the back of them, and I'll be honest, I looked around, read the back of the package, I couldn't find out what this little thing on the back of it did. Maybe you just placed the gun on its back. If anyone out there knows, please let me know in the comments below. So we have the sheriff, but he's got to have a couple of deputies, or I guess, I don't know, they're officially deputies, so he's got to have his team. He's got to have at least 2 more. So let's take a look at them. And here is Brand. I know the oddest name of an action figure I know, Brand. I don't understand. Branded would probably be even better, fits more with a cowboy theme. But here he is with his cowboy hat, and you can see he's got some kind of metal. If you ask me, he looks like Travis. You know, Travis. Okay, you don't know. Travis from Blake 7. Travis. Oh, okay. Maybe you know this Travis. Let's get back to talking about Brand. Again, he has some kind of little Borg-like implant on his face and wearing his cowboy hat. The body type looks almost close to the sheriff. Good way to save money there, Diamond Toy Makers. Now, I know these are kind of sheriff cowboy-like looking figures, but there's one I think more fits in a fireman type look. Looks like a fireman to me. I'll let you judge that. Here is Soaring Eagle. He even has space action weapons. At least that's what the card says. He looks kind of like some kind of superhero you would see in a comic book back in the 60s. I kind of like the look of this figure. Again, the body is about the same as the figures we've already seen. Nothing really special here. And it looks like he's not going to get COVID-19 or even COVID-17. Not with that face mask he's always wearing. And again, to me, he looks like a fireman, but maybe he's just a yellow and red cowboy. Now, let's look at the villain. You can't have a good action figure line if you don't have any good villains. They're just boring then. You have to have good guys with you, bad guys. It goes together like peanut butter and milk. It goes together like bologna and whipped cream. It's just goes together. So let's look at the bad guys, and we got 3 of them here. We're going to start off with Cactus Jack. Oh, hold it before you say, wait a minute, I already know who Cactus Jack is. It's that other cowboy, and he's the villain. Yeah, I guess they just stole his name. If you've never seen the movie The Villain, I feel sorry for you. It's one of the funniest movies ever. So check it out. I think it's actually free on YouTube. So let's check out Cactus Jack, not the villain, the action figure. Here he is. He's all green. He's got bumps all over his face. Yeah, I guess that's why they call him Cactus Jack. His hat even kind of looks like a cactus. Again, the body looks like about the same mold, maybe a little different. But he, just like the good guys, has got pads on his thighs. I don't know why he needs pads on his thighs. I can understand on the knees, but I don't know what's going on here. But you can see he's got a cactus look. He even comes with 2 yellow cactuses. Or would that be 2 cacti? Isn't that the plural of cactus? Cacti? I could be wrong. And he comes with some kind of gun that looks like it's a Nerf gun. Now the second out of the bad guy line is probably the one that has the coolest name. I can't believe there's not any other figures named this. I'm sure there's got to be one in G.I. Joe line. There's got to be one in any cowboy line. Because this figure is named Tombstone. What a great figure. And this one's more like the devil of the line. I think he is the devil because he's all red and he has horns. And to me, that equals devil. Here he is. He's got kind of a little cowboy hat. Not like a big one like the most of them. I guess you might call this, what is it, a derby hat? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be Bat Masterson. Ooh, that's a reference only a few will get. But here he is, all in red. And again, thigh pads. What's going on in this town that they need pads on their thighs and nowhere else? Again, the body's about the same, and looks like they're just using a different head to save costs. But he is very scary. He looks like a devil, and as a little kid, he would have been kind of cool to play with. What a bad guy, right? A bad guy devil. You thinking that's the best bad guy in this line? No, it's not. It's not the best bad guy, because I got the best bad guy. I like to save the best for last, and I got the best of the bad guys. In fact, if you had this one, you would play with, I guarantee if you had this figure, you would play with it any other toy line you had. You would have it fight your He-Man figures, even if it's not the same scale. Star Wars figures, if not the same scale. Bravestarr, because it is the same scale. It didn't matter, because this one is so cool. Let's look at Buzzard. That's right, his name's Buzzard. And you can kind of guess what this figure looks like. Let's take a look at Buzzard. Yes, it's a fighting chicken man. How can you not love this figure? Again, the body's about the same. Although he's wearing black pants and his thigh pads are black, which makes them blend in better so you don't notice it as much. And here we go. Cock-a-doodle you do. It's Buzzard. To me, this looks like no one you want to meet at an alley after leaving Comic-Con. But here he is. He's got a big yellow beak he can pick you with. He's got a red mohawk. Can't get no cooler than a mohawk in the 80s. He just looks really cool. I know he's a bad guy, but out of the bad guys, he has to be the coolest. And that's it. Just 6 figures from the line Sheriff Solar. What was solar about these? Nothing really. They just wanted the name. It would have been cool if you put them in the light and maybe they lit up or something. They have kind of a solar expect. No, they didn't want to spend that much money on this line. They just wanted Grandma to buy them when she went to buy her grandkid some Bravestarr figures. That's the feeling I get anyway. Although I think these look really cool. And actually, believe it or not, these are very collectible. On eBay, they go for hundreds of dollars. And I'm not talking $100. On card, they go like $500, $600, $700. Some a little lower, like $300 or $400. But you're going to be expecting to pay hundreds of dollars for these if you want them on the card. Even loose, it's going to run you $60 to $90 usually loose, depending on if they have all the accessories or not. I don't even know if most people have even heard of this toy line. That's why it's part of the Forgotten Action Figure series I'm doing. But it seems collectors out there love this line. And I have to say, I'm pretty sure it's called that chicken action figure, Buzzard. I want to buy that myself, but I'm not paying $700 for a damn bird dressed like a cowboy. I'm not doing it. Well, I guess that's it. I'm going to go rest my talking. Be back tomorrow with a noon video. Don't forget, last night we did do a video late where we played bingo with the Phantom Menace guys over at Geeks and Gamers. So check that out. And I think that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below. Did you have this toy line? Maybe you just buying it as a collector now, or maybe you didn't even know about it. You're like, I've got to get that Chicken Man action figure. Well, let me know that and more in the comments below. And as always, thumbs up on my content, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.